I had never thought that I would be doing a track like this in my life with 10 pianos stacked on top of each other in one single track. Well, it's been a challenging task, but a unique experience as well. So this week we'll see how I was able to, kind of blend in 10 different pianos in one track. But before that, let's roll out the intro. Okay guys, so as soon as you open this project, you can actually see two summing stacks over here, piano and pads. So yes, I have obviously used pads as well so that the just plain piano shouldn't sound boring. I'm gonna come back to pads a little later. To begin with, I'm gonna open piano. Okay, so you can see a number of tracks stacked on top of each other. Each and every instrument, each and every track is a piano over here, and yes, they're all MIDI pianos. I have recorded them MIDI. I have played them on my Casio MIDI USB keyboard controller, and then yes, I recorded all the notations onto my MacBook, onto my Logic Pro. So now let me just begin with playing this track a little bit so that you'll get a hang of what I'm actually talking about and how this track actually sounds. So this is how the track starts, with a subtle feel in it. There are actually three piano instruments tracked one on top of the other. And then slowly I add one more piano over here. And all this while you have been hearing pads as well. As I told, it's not right onto your face because that is not what I'm kind of focusing on. I need piano to stand out. Of course, you will hear pads later on in the song in a few sections, but as I told, that's not gonna stand right up front in your face. So now I'll just take it a little forward and I'm gonna play this. You can see basically there are some chords being introduced now. Yeah, so there are some issues. This Mac is getting crashed because of a number of instruments being opened. I haven't bounced them into audio tracks. Anyway, so now I'm gonna play this section. Here you can see a little changeover in the style, and you can also hear some pads shining right in higher frequencies, in higher octaves. So let's listen. So now let's break this entire track down and try to understand how I have produced this track. So I want to actually play this track over here. I'm going to solo that piano. This is actually Contact Library. So this is called The Gentleman. This is a wonderful piano library. I just love it. So basically, as you can see here, the lid is open and it has kind of a soft tone to it. The resonances are pretty much on a higher end, and I have also activated the space, so that means it has a space simulation now. The piano is sounding as if it's being played on a music club. It has more of a bass in it. Long notes, right? It's soft touch in it. Cool. So now I will actually solo this, the next piano track that's actually stacked below that. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna open that first. It's a contact instrument. Again, it's the same instrument. There's no much of difference over here. But in the space, I have actually played in the space section. I have it has this piano resonance too. Well, that's their preset, but I have tweaked that a little bit in the size and amount as per my requirement, as per my preference. And I have also given some resonance, and I have changed the dynamic range. It has a different texture. And I have also, let me just open this equalizer. I've rolled the bass completely. I mean, up to 500, almost 500 hertz. I've completely rolled down the bass frequencies because I didn't want frequencies to clash, because it's the same instrument. That is the reason, because I want them to sound as a group of pianos, not as a single piano. So now I'm gonna solo the next piano instrument, and let me play that. Well, I would say this is having more of a soft tone, but it also has that bass in it. I haven't taken down the bass. I'll open the equalizer. You can have a look at that. So as you can see, I've just taken down around 40 hertz maybe, just to make sure that the final mix is clear and not muddy. And apart from that, you can also see high end. I've just boosted high end around 3.5 dB. It opens up the entire sound, and it basically helps them blend with each other. Let me just solo all the three pianos. You'll get an understanding of what I'm talking about. It's completely different. The levels, the cuts, the boosts, they're all different if you see here. So that's because I wanted to blend in these three different pianos together. And now they're not sounding the same. They all have different sounds. So it's basically, three pianists playing on a stage. So that's the whole idea behind this. You can actually see here on the screen, I have panned them as well to the extreme, to a little extreme left, a slight right, a slight left. So that panning also helps us in, kind of having a sense of three different pianists panned out on the stage and performing this. So now what we're going to do is there's this one more piano track where I have actually played chords, not just in arpeggios, but full chords. I'm going to just open that up, and I'll show you guys in the piano roll. You can see here I have rolled off around 385 hertz. I've taken down 9.5 dB, and I've also rolled off all the bass over here. Basically, up to 100 hertz, and also that continues like even around 385 hertz. So basically this is very important to understand that anywhere between 40 to 500 hertz, that's a problematic area. You might want to consider checking that once and take down a few dBs. That'll actually save your mix a lot. Okay, there's one more thing which I want to actually show you guys. This. Okay. This is pretty interesting. This is something new that I did. Right? It's actually EXS24 sampler. Yeah, this is a pretty old Logic Pro that I have. I haven't upgraded yet. So this is actually Steinway Grand Piano 2 from EXS24 sampler. So the attack is slow now. It's not banging, and I have increased the decay. So you can actually see here in the ADSR section the settings that I have used for attack. Basically, the sound is hitting slow and it's staying for a long time. It has a delayed decay. And I really want to make sure that everything sounds kind of blended together, and I wanted to approach that by adding one compressor to the entire stack. So I have stacked them like this, and this stack has a compressor. You can see here. Simple. I haven't done much changes to the setting. It's pretty much more closer to the user default, because I didn't want to kind of bang on kind of turn on the knob, and I really didn't want that kind of a hard compression. I have given a makeup gain of around 5 dB, around 6 dB, because I wanted to leverage the piano, and that is the main instrument as I'm speaking, so that has to stand out. Let me just go to this pads now. So this pads is basically what do I say? It's basically more like just to glue the entire piano together, because with just the piano in it, it was sounding kind of lost. I really didn't want to use pads as well. I had to the initial idea was to keep it completely piano centric. Piano centric. Yeah, but that didn't work out, because I kind of felt that those tracks were not gluing with each other, and I really wanted to add in one more instrument, at least one different instrument, to give a sense of difference to your ears whenever you're listening to it. So that is when I chose I'll use Arctic Swells. Well, that is actually a free plugin by Spitfire Audio Labs. So I'm gonna just solo that Arctic Swells, and I'm gonna play it back to you. Just have a listen. It's one of the best instruments I have ever heard. It's actually a mix of flute and strings. They have done it really nice. Ever since I saw that one of their trailer videos, I have been a huge fan of this plugin. I was never able to use that. This is the first time I'm using it. It's pretty new library that they have rolled out, and I'm in love with that. Anyway, let me turn that choir on. This adds a little more warmth into the entire production. It brings in a warm feeling, and it just enriches the sound. I feel it just enriches it. It makes it big. I have to rename it. It's not a piano track. It's a Luminous Choir. It's from the Free Orchestra plugin, the library contact library. I love that plugin. They probably have one of the best sounding choir I've ever heard, and especially being a free library, their choir mind blowing, mind blowing. What do you think, guys? I think I have given pretty much in depth uh, breakdown of this new track that I've done. 10 pianos in one song. Cool. Okay, guys, so I think I'll stop it there. I'll save this. Perfect. Okay, so I'll catch you all next week. I hope this video has been pretty informative. I hope you have learned a couple of things. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I have actually stacked 10 pianos in a single track, and yeah, nothing else. It's just a piano. It's a song made of piano with some pads in it. Cool, guys. I'll catch you all next week. I hope you have liked the content. If you have, then please hit the like button, share it among your friends, and do leave a comment below. I would love to read them, and also do let me know what kind of content do you want to see on this YouTube channel regarding music. Okay, guys, so I'll catch you all next week on Tuesday with a new royalty-free music track, and next Saturday with another vlog. Okay, then take care of yourself, stay safe, and stay musical as always. Peace. And do subscribe. Don't forget that, right? Okay, lights off.